is left behind or left out. And that is regardless of economic status. Under the leadership of the United Workers' Party, the NHI will be reinstated to provide the following benefits to St. Lucians. 1. Comprehensive health coverage. Every St. Lucian will have access to essential healthcare services, which includes doctor consultations, hospitalization, specialist care, diagnostic tests, maternity services, prescription medication, and emergency medical attention. No one will be denied care because of their inability to pay. Secondly, we'll reduce the financial burden. Too many families and individuals face the impossible choice between seeking medical care and meeting basic living expenses. The NHI will significantly reduce out-of-pocket expenses, making healthcare more affordable for all, especially for vulnerable groups like the elderly, children, low-income families, and single parents. 3. Timely and efficient medical attention. Long wait times and delayed treatments often result in worsened health outcomes. With the NHI, patients will receive timely care, preventing complications and reducing the strain on our already burdened healthcare system. Number 4, we will focus on preventative care. Preventative healthcare reduces long-term costs and improves quality of life. The NHI will cover preventative services such as routine checkups, screenings, immunizations, and health education programs to promote healthier lifestyles and reduce the prevalence of chronic lifestyle diseases. Number 5, strengthening the healthcare system. The NHI will provide the financial stability needed to upgrade medical facilities, invest in modern equipment, and improve the working conditions of healthcare professionals. This will enhance the overall quality of healthcare services across the island. And 6, peace of mind for all St. Lucians. Knowing that quality healthcare is always within reach and accessible provides a sense of security. Families will no longer live in fear of medical emergencies they cannot afford, and every child will have the opportunity to grow up healthy and strong. With the United Workers' Party, St. Lucians will certainly have a healthier future. The United Workers' Party has a proven track record of investing in St. Lucia's health sector, from improving hospital infrastructure to increasing the availability of medical resources. Our vision for St. Lucia includes a robust healthcare system where no citizen is left to suffer due to lack of accessibility or affordability. The abandonment of the NHI by the SLP was a betrayal of the people's trust, but under the United Workers' Party, we will restore this critical program because we believe in a St. Lucia where healthcare is accessible, affordable, and reliable for every citizen. When you vote for the United Workers' Party, you are voting for a healthier, stronger, and more secure St. Lucia. Your health is our priority, and we will deliver. A United Workers' Party government plans to change this situation. This crisis demands more than just words. It requires leadership action and solutions. As a government, we will take decisive steps to restore law and order, provide opportunities for our people, and take our communities back from crime and violence. We will do the following. 1, empowering our youth with after-school and weekend programs. We will introduce holistic after-school and weekend programs that keep our youth engaged in sports, music, technology, and vocational training, providing positive alternatives to crime and idleness. Number 2, creating more economic opportunities. Many of our young men turn to crime due to lack of employment, and so we will work to ensure that we provide support to small businesses create more entrepreneurial opportunities, and provide them with training programs to help individuals become more self-sufficient. 3. We will improve access to affordable housing. We believe that poor living conditions contribute to crime, and we will upgrade and develop affordable housing to provide solutions so that families can live in safer, more stable environments. 4. We will use technology to fight crime. We will invest in CCTV surveillance networks, smart street lighting, and crime detecting technology to help deter and solve crimes more efficiently. 5. Revitalizing sports and community development. We will introduce and upgrade sports facilities across the island and organize regular sporting competitions to keep our young men engaged in structured activities instead of turning to crime. And I say this given the fact that the opportunity for this to take place has been eroded by the squandering of the funds that should be used for youth and sporting activities from the National Lottery after guaranteeing a loan of $80 million and having the National Lottery to finance that loan with $80,000 monthly, leaving absolutely no resources to provide for those programs for young people. We will introduce youth rehabilitation and second chance programs. We will introduce rehabilitation programs for at-risk youth and for first-time offenders, giving them a chance to turn their lives around through education, skills training, and mentorship.
Because you must understand that St. Lucia had no new investments for a very long time, And these things are fact, the verifiable fact, as I always say. There was no new investment in this country from 2016, 2017.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre continues to push the false narrative that between 2016 and 2021, there were no new investments in St. Lucia under the United Workers' Party. But the results and facts are clear. While the world battled a global pandemic, the UWP was hard at work laying the foundation for economic growth, creating real jobs, and attracting major investments that began to transform our economy. Projects like Cabot St. Lucia, the DSH Pearl of the Caribbean, ITEL BPO, and Ojo Labs created thousands of job opportunities for young people and professionals. We welcomed Inter-Caribbean Airways, while Digicel's OECS headquarters opened up. A group of investors also began construction of the Courtyard Marriott at Point Seraphim, further boosting investor confidence. Serenity at Coconut Bay was delivered, alongside the opening of Belgio Hotel and the Harbor Club. Another investment is the state-of-the-art IAMJet private jet facility, which was built in Vieux Fort. We even signed a historic agreement with Royal Caribbean, Carnival Cruise Line, and MSC to develop a cruise home port in Vieux Fort, a game changer for tourism and job creation in the South. And let's not forget the Orange Grove Plaza in Bordeaux and the proposed Sanders La Sousse 380-suite resort, a world-class development that was tragically derailed by political interference from SLP operatives, robbing St. Lucians of hundreds of jobs and millions in economic benefits. Ironically, many of these same projects were opposed by Philip JP and the SLP while they were in opposition. Yet today, they enjoy the benefits and take credit for the progress they once tried to block. So don't be fooled by the spin. The truth is this: the United Workers' Party delivered. We built, we attracted investment, we created opportunities. And we did it while navigating one of the toughest global crises in recent history. The facts are clear and the evidence is everywhere. The United Workers' Party delivers. Philip J. Pierre is just trying to rewrite history as usual. Pierre, Pabo.
Jeremiah Norbert and his desperate labor comrades want you to believe that little was done in Micoud North under the UWP from 2016, despite the clear evidence all around. Even with a 2-year disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the UWP laid the foundation and began the transformation of Micoud in a way the constituency had never seen before. We built the new Micoud Wellness Center, upgraded the Micoud playing field, built the new Micoud Early Childhood Development Center, constructed a smart block for the Micoud Secondary School. We also built the new Micoud Market, which the SLP has abandoned for the last 4 years. We constructed 2 community parks, one in New Extension Micoud and one in Monrepo. We completely rehabilitated the Micoud Village Main Road. We also completely rehabilitated the Monrepo Community Road. We rehabilitated the Prale Community Center, constructed numerous community roads, including Hillview Road, Sesendescat Drive, Wen Road, New Extension Micoud Roads, Grass Street, and the St. Marie Road. Hundreds of students benefited from scholarships and school bursaries. We also rehabilitated the Micoud Village Public Laundry by the Sea. We constructed a new wing at the Monrepo Passias Combined School and gave the fishermen of Prale a new home. Residents of Micoud also had the benefit of free wireless internet in parts of the constituency. The United Workers' Party delivered for Micoud, and we're committed to doing it again. Vote Elisha Norbert and the UWP to right the wrongs in Micoud.
Malwat? Why them Lucian so make them this? Suipui, some 2.5% HCSL thing is a tax vibe. So what that have to do with people getting meg? But just now, to me them people paying VAT already. Exactly. The tax is calculated on the cost of goods. So one time the price go increase, Kuma. The Lucians end up paying more than 15%. Mama! Gasa, just imagine $100 go buy less groceries. People getting poor. Things like rent and utility bills go also increase, Gasa. Real Malawi vibe? All them things the people doing to stay healthy.
Welcome to another Flambeau Live for this Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, as we always do at our events, we show, first of all, our national pride and patriotism and also our reverence for God. But we're going to start with our national anthem. So I'd like to invite all of you to please stand at attention for the playing of our national anthem. Standing as we are about to invoke the presence of the Lord. I would like to call on Miss Pablia Lucia, who is going to lead us in a word of prayer. Lucian, sorry.
Let us pray. Eternal God and Father, it's the next great privilege we have here this evening. We just want to thank you for your goodness, for your love, for your mercy towards us. We thank you for breath of life in our nostrils that we can be here today. We thank you for traveling mercy. Before we go any further, we pray for the leader of the opposition, Lord, that you will cover him with your precious blood. We pray for wisdom, we pray for vision, we pray for understanding that we will right our wrong. We pray for the other 16 delegates, Lord. We pray for their family members, on all those who are involved, Lord. We pray, Holy Spirit, that you take full control of their lives. We pray that you give them unity, that whatever they do, it will bring glory and honor to your name. We pray, Holy Spirit, when we live here, you will bring each and every one of us to our home safely. This is what we ask in no other name but in your Son name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much, Ms. Publia Lucien. Got it right. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed, we would like to remember a few of our stalwarts who have passed recently, and I would like to mention a few of them by name. We would like to remember Sheila Antoine, Harris Lionel, Tennyson Patrick, Eunice Lionel, Nelia Elithe, Hayden Wellington, Mr. Pauly, Mr. Fenton, and Coco. May their souls rest in eternal peace. I was trying to find out if there are any birthdays today, but somebody said, I'm looking forward to eating cake, so nobody told me it was their birthday today. But if we find out, we discover along the way, we will certainly make mention. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is another Flambeau Live. What a Sunday we had at our meeting in Micoud. And I noticed it's sending a lot of them crazy. I'll tell you what, right now, they're pulling all the stops, they're spending big money. I have a little advice for you. Take the money, eat the money, drink the money, and vote them out. That is what we're going to do. Do not forget, it is your money that they're coming back to try to buy you with. As I've always told you, ladies and gentlemen, the St. Lucia Labour Party government know that they have failed you, know that they have wronged you, and so now they're trying to buy you. The United Workers' Party will right the wrong. And that is why we're not trying to buy you. We are selling you a vision. We are selling you a future. We are selling you a better life in St. Lucia. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed any further, I tried to welcome you a while ago, but you don't look like you feel very welcome. So I will call someone from the constituency. At this moment, I am going to call on the chairman of the Anse la Raye Canaries constituency branch, Mr. Andre Lansico, who will give you an Anse la Raye Canaries constituency welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Fellow candidates, supporters of the party, people both in and out, because we know we have quite a number of people on the outside, and also those on live stream. I wish to welcome you here to Jacmel, to our Sunday Live. Now, that's the first time that we have had a Sunday Live in Jacmel, because the others have been in Anse la Raye. But let me welcome you to Jacmel. This is an area rich in history, because this area played a pivotal role both in the sugarcane and the banana industries. And this community, although it's rural, did a lot to develop the country of St. Lucia in terms of the resources and in terms of the economy of St. Lucia. So we wish to recognize Jacmel area. And this area, when the banana industry suffered the demise that it did, I know a lot of people from that area, because I, working how many years as an extension officer in the Jacmel Roseau millet area, know the extent of how the farmers really had it hard when the Labour Party allowed the industry to deteriorate and decimate to the extent that we no longer sell not one box to the UK. But I am happy that our party now have recognized and is coming forward with one of the things that are important to our farmers here, because I know we have a lot of farmers, both in the industry struggling now, and those that have been out because of old age. So that one of the 7 plans that the leader of the opposition mentioned at Micoud will be instrumental for the people of Jacmel and the millet area. And I think finally you will get some justice when you would have been receiving your pension from the NIC just like any other worker, because you work hard in order to get St. Lucia where it was today. So if there's one reason that Jacmel Millet area should support the UWP, it has to be, among others, ensuring that you get recognized and you get your reward of your pension when that government gets into office, whenever that election is called. So with that, I wish to thank you for coming. I will not be too long because there will be a long list of speakers to come. So I wish to welcome everybody and enjoy your stay at Jacmel. This is a pristine community and one, as I said, rich in history. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lansico. Yes, a community rich in history, Roseau, Jacmel. And you are about to make history when you re-elect Dominic Fedee as your next parliamentary representative once again. As Mr. Lansico tells you, you have every reason to do so, because with a United Workers' Party government, the farmers of the area who now are no longer able to work will be receiving their pension from the NIC like every other worker in St. Lucia. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving right along as I will now introduce to you the first speaker who is from the community, a community leader. I would like to call on Miss Delitra Augustine, who will address you right now.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, to all our candidates and all invited guests, welcome to our community of Anse la Raye, our constituency of Anse la Raye Canaries. Yep. I wanted to take the opportunity to speak today because I'm not very political, but at this point in our island, I think everybody needs to take a stand. Everybody needs to stand up for what we believe in. Yeah? And in my community, Anse la Raye Canaries, I don't even think we need to really justify why Mr. Fedee is a better choice, okay? For me, presence is everything. Presence is love, presence is care. If we care about our people, if we care about family, friends, loved ones, we make time, okay? And that's a very big thing for us right now. And I honestly have not seen the kind of love, care, and appreciation we need from our representative in the community. Okay? Mr. Fedee, we voted him out. I didn't, but he was voted out last election, and that made no difference in his presence in our community. Okay? Honestly, I think for those of us who didn't know him as our rep, we grew to know him as our opposition leader. Okay? And honestly, love is everything. I think what St. Lucia is lacking right now is love, is care, is appreciation. Okay, as the island of St. Lucia, we're a beautiful island. People pay lots of money just to visit, to enjoy. And I believe each and every St. Lucian should have the opportunity to live a comfortable life. Okay, at this point, I believe every single St. Lucian just wants to be comfortable and not have to be surviving. We want to be able to live comfortably. We want to be able to eat. We want to be able to pay bills. Okay? And I was at the Sunday Live, I was at Micoud on Sunday. And sometimes we say our reps don't do anything for us individually. But if we just take a look at the plans that the opposition leader right now has for our island, there is a way for each and every St. Lucian to benefit from those plans that they have for us right now. Yeah? If you have kids going to college, if you're a former farmer, whatever aspect of your life, there is a way that we can positively be impacted. All right? And I feel the need to really put the healthcare out there. Because I personally have lost loved ones. I personally have loved ones currently who, for example, my brother who's not walking because he did not have the finances to do the surgery he needed at the time to
be able to walk again, okay? So having healthcare is number one, okay? We lose too many St. Lucians due to medical care, not proper financing of medical. We cannot afford what we need, and we cannot afford to do better for our people. Okay, and if every single one of us in St. Lucia just look at the opportunities that are there, we will see something beneficial to each and every one of us in what's to come. Okay, I am not here to bash any the political party or anything, but I think we as St. Lucians know for a fact that they have not done their work. Yeah, they have not done the work. We cannot sit back and say, okay, these are the cards we're dealt, and we're just going to accept it. No, we always have the option to do different, to do better. And we are here to right the wrong. Okay? And honestly, if I personally didn't believe in the party and our community leader, I wouldn't be standing here right now. Okay? I know for a fact Fedee is the best candidate for Anse la Raye Canaries. Okay? And I believe if we want better for our community, if we want better for our island, if we want better for everybody altogether, whether it be the sick, the need, in any capacity, the only option we have right now is to vote UWP. Thank you, guys.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, from what you're hearing, it's a clear-cut, straight situation. It's going to be Fedee again come the next election. Bon, where Zave Fedee again? I can stand here and say that because I have rights, I have copyrights to that phrase, you know. I hear a fella in the valley talking about Sean. Well, let me tell you what it is for Sean. Never again. Don't forget, the first person who came out with that phrase was the Spider. Spider again. Even songs to go with it. So, I endorse Fedee again, but Sean, never again. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to acknowledge the presence of a few of the candidates who have arrived already. I want to acknowledge Mr. Peter Chico, our candidate for Castries East. I want to acknowledge Bradley Fulgence Marcel from Denry North. I want to acknowledge Stephen Favre, Castries North. And the man himself from Sulphur City, Herod Stanislas Soufre Port Saint-Jacques. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard. Flambeau has something for everyone. Young, old, middle-aged, boy, girl, child, granny, everybody gets something. I know I'm looking forward to NHI, National Health Insurance, for every St. Lucian. The speaker before me told you, well, Mr. Lancico told you the retired banana farmers here are looking forward to the insurance from NIC. But ladies and gentlemen, as we move on, I will call on another community speaker to address you. I would like to call on Mr. Kendall Polius, a member of the Roseau Valley football team and a community activist. Please come to the platform, sir.
Yes, good night to everyone. Good night. Yes, Mama Ifrabo, you're power? Yes, you power? All right, but I come there on the platform to talk about Dominic Fedee, because he's the best rep we have in the constituency. Coming for poaching jobs. He brings jobs for us to poach us in. Within bamboo rafting, in St. Lucia bamboo rafting. He brings the job for us. And they want to fight over the job. Because, you know, they want to put his income into politics. But you don't put it into politics because he's doing the right things. Now, apart from that, he's doing a lot of good things. He's the one coming out and you could hear his voice. When he come out, you hear in his voice. He have a good heart. When he come out there, you see the potential. You could see the eyes of him. You understand? So right now, I've been there coming and talk on behalf of him. Because you know why? I have the right to stand up and talk on behalf of him. Yes. Because right now, I feel like a superstar. Yeah. You know why I feel like a superstar? Going to bamboo rafting, going on the internet, you're going to see Captain Joe. Now, Dominic Fedee, he's somebody, he like to hear your voice. You want to work. Some people, they want to put him on the side. But he always want to do the good things. And whenever he come to do the good things, he always check on the right ones. So if you have a good heart, you put your left on your hand side. Yeah. Yes. Sorry about it. But I'm just telling you, you know. But by talking out there, he put me out there. He make me feel, yes, he put jobs for us. And bring us like a superstar. Everyone that come out, they seem like, yes, we are superstars. Yes. The white people saying, yes, we are superstars. But through, we always say Dominic Fedee. Dominic Fedee, I praise you. You loving and good heart. You understand? And you always, because you know, the way they put you there for a reason. And you come there to show that reason. And you're proving that virtue. Dominic Fedee, I love you.
Thank you very much, Kendall. Dominic makes Kendall feel like a superstar. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a true community leader, whether in office or out of office, he works with and for the people of his constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to call on the next community speaker to address you. I would like to call at this time Mr. Mark Fedee, who will speak to you.
Yeah. St. Lucia.
Pleasant good night to everyone. I want to welcome everybody here tonight, especially our candidates. Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm here tonight.
The one and only
Dominic Fedee.
Joseph Killer.
And to prove that he is the best man for the job. It is a great pleasure to be heard tonight. Our energy has to be felt and seen.
Only
no intimidation, no victimization has power over us. Tonight, we are strong. Together we are strong. Rise, Mama Iflabo, to win this coming election. It's only a matter of time. I have supported the Labour Party in the past a long time ago. And now I'm proud to say that I am a Flabo supporter. One would ask, why did you leave the Labour Party? The answer to the question is simple. I've realized the United Workers' Party is a party that knows how to develop and transform constituencies and the country by extension. Whenever in office, the evidence are right here in Anse la Raye Canaries constituency. Whenever the United Workers' Party is in office, we the people from Anse la Raye Canaries constituency experience change in growth and development. All the past representatives from the United Workers' Party who has represented Anse la Raye Canaries constituency are the result of the most development here in this constituency. History says it best. The evidence are there to see. Our former representative, Mr. Dominic Fedee, did a remarkable job transforming our constituency. We, the constituents of Anse la Raye Canaries constituency, has never experienced such development in a short space of time. Mr. Fedee is the result of the beautiful changes on the waterfront in the Anse la Raye. Mr. Fedee is the result of the beautiful changes on the waterfront in Anse la Raye. The purpose of the changes with the beautiful structures, hotel and restaurant, was to create long-term employment for we the citizens of this constituency and to ensure that this constituency gets the best representation, which in my humble opinion, we did. His work is too numerous to mention. Unlike Mr. Wayne Girard, F for failure. How is this possible? Most of the people who supported Mr. Girard can't even identify him, even if he's up close to them, because of his lack of presence and disrespect to the people who elected him. Mr. Girard is not a worker. He has never been and will never be, but rather a joker to this constituency. We, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries constituency, has been manipulated, taken for granted by the Labour Party administration because they believe we are poor and uneducated. Had they forgotten, Anse la Raye Canaries constituency has a history of greatness. We've had the best of the best right here from this amazing constituency. Brilliant minds, gifted, skilled, and talented people. This mighty and great constituency has given birth to. It is such a great pleasure. We are proud people. Then tell me, how can Labour keep treating us badly and to underestimate us? The Labour Party administration deliberately keeps insulting our intelligence. They've done it in the past. Has continued and has never stopped. But this coming election, we will send a solid and bold message in the ballot box. The truth is, we've been always taken for a ride whenever Labour is in office. We've gotten zero representation. 4 long years, Mr. Wayne Girard was missing in action, claiming he has reports to bring to the Prime Minister's office. Lamest excuse. Mr. Fedee's workload was way beyond Mr. Girard's workload, yet his presence was felt. That's the big difference between a real rep who holds a portfolio and one who doesn't, but still makes silly excuses. To the Labour Party administration, Anse la Raye Canaries constituency is like a rejected child. Adding insult to injury, Labour is only good at victimization. Mr. Wayne Girard is unfit to be a rep. He's totally incompetent. He doesn't have the capabilities, the foresight, the plans, and the vision to shape and develop Anse la Raye Canaries constituency. Mr. Fedee has proven himself to be worthy. He is a visionary man with great expectations. He's not just a talker, but a worker. His work speaks volumes throughout the constituency. Mr. Fedee's 1 term in office has covered the work of all the past Labour no portfolios representatives who has represented Anse la Raye Canaries constituency, including Mr. Wayne Girard. And that's a fact. Once again, the records are there. Search and see for yourself. I need to ask Mr. Girard a valuable question. Who are you representing? Is it Anse la Raye constituency or Labour? Is it Anse la Raye Canaries constituency or Labour supporters? I think the answer to the question has been known due to the level of victimization at the Anse la Raye Council office and presently his office in Anse la Raye. If you are not a supporter of the Labour Party, you will not be acknowledged. Anse la Raye Canaries constituency has been underdeveloped for way too long under the Labour Party administration. It's been long overdue. Time for immediate change. Mr. Girard is silently taking credit for the two-lane bridge that has been constructed in Anse la Raye. He is taking credit for the West Coast Road rehabilitation and many different projects that are started under the United Workers' Party. This is an act of desperation. Now that time is approaching, Mr. Girard is doing everything he can in a rush. And you know the saying, anything that is rushly done is badly done. We don't need jokers to represent us no more. We need workers with foresight and a long-term plan to develop this breathtaking constituency, likewise we, the people. We have lots of young, talented people with amazing skills and gifts in this constituency who needs to showcase the talents, but who is representing them? Who is elevating them, to empower them, to give them hope to enjoy what they love doing and to earn a living of it? Young men and young women, listen well. This is not the time to support party because of mommy and daddy. But this is the time to support your children's future, your future, and the country's future. And it has to start, I want you to listen well, and it has to start with the only man who is willing to continue Sir John's legacy. And he is no other than Mr. Alan Chasney. This is the man for the job. Just imagine Sir John never won an election before the transformation of St. Lucia. Where would St. Lucia be with this lack of vision and lack of foresight, Labour administration, so-called team? Just imagine that for a split second. So my advice to you all St. Lucians, if you want to see the legacy of Sir John continues, to experience real transformation, real development, to beautify sweet Mother Helen, this coming election, we should all support the man who has Sir John's legacy at heart, Mr. Alan Chasney. And also, go out in huge numbers to support our one and only real former competent rep who has given us what we elected him for, representation. Who has done an amazing job in only one short term, Mr. Dominic Fedee. Let's go. Yeah. Let's right the wrong. Support Mr. Fedee to continue the great work he has started. It is not too late for change. Fedee again. Fedee again. There's no gain in win. I bless you. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Fedee. It was loud and clear. Fedee again. Fedee again. Fedee again. There's no gain in win. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you of what Fedee just said to you. The legacy of Sir John continues with Alan Michael Chasney. It is the UWP that brings progress and development to St. Lucia, and that is what will continue when you bring back the United Workers' Party. I want to just say quickly to you before I introduce my next speaker, that all of a sudden the St. Lucia Labour Party is mentioning the name of Sir John. But this is the very same party who denied Sir John of a parking spot in the boulevard. This is the same party who threw shit on Sir John and his party in the boulevard. This is the same party who left a public meeting in Canaries from the market and marched to Sir John's residence and went to his wife's bedroom and frightened his wife and his children at their home, the St. Lucia Labour Party. This is the same party who almost killed Sir John in the valley during the banana strikes. Today, the hypocrites are trying to invoke the name of Sir John. Hypocrites as you all are. The day will come when we have given Alan Michael Chasney his opportunity to fulfill his mission, when you all too will be wanting to mention his name. I want to run ahead of us to mention his name. But I say to you, we know the history and we know better. So, that is why we're going to vote Dominic Fedee for Anse la Raye Canaries come the next election. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be all over this country. We are turning the tide in the valleys. Dominic will take care of the Roseau Valley and Anse la Raye Canaries, but I have someone who will take care of the Mabuya Valley. I said to you earlier, and I will say it again, when it comes to Sean, never again. And this time around, Jean Valia kay vote by boss la. Parce que monsieur c'est dans ma boisson, na imene pour adresser ou à sous plateforme ça là. Nom na même, the man, Marcel Fulgence, the man Bradley. Ma just do Bradley, Lani Day Bradley. But the Bradley of the Valley, Bradley Marcel Fulgence, who will make history because in the valley, he's the boss.
Me boss Brad. Hey, me boss Olive. Me boss Olive. Me boss Brad. Hey, then we not just have your pay. Me boss Brad. Then we not just have your pay. Me boss Brad. Hey, vote. Me boss arrivé, me boss Brad. Hey, me.
Maman Flabo. Les autres power pour tourner hall cette lycée en jaune. This evening, my brothers and sisters, I bring special greetings to you from my people of Denrinoff. I stand in solidarity with my brother Dominic Fedee. Whenever the Prime Minister chooses to ring the bell, he will be the next parliamentary representative for Anse la Raye Canaries to continue the good work he started. Tonight, I am here to highlight one of the SOS plans that the United Workers' Party will implement when we take office. This is particularly dear to my heart, as Denrinoff is part of what we call the famine belt along the Roseau Valley. During the Green Gold era, the late Sir John, being the visionary leader that he was, wanted our hard-working farmers to contribute towards the NIC, because he knew that they would not be able to till the soil in the golden years. What did the Labour Party say? Les Sir John te vle se fama faire une contribution pour NIC. Labour Party a dit se fama, Sir John vle voler l'argent yo. Et ça qui twist là, se fama quoi ça? Labour Party pas jamais vle rien qui bon bay fama enceinte ici. When all Sir John was trying to do was to prepare our farmers for retirement.
You want it right?
When I walk the ground in Denrinoff and I engage our farmers who build the infrastructure of St. Lucia, which we all enjoy today, it breaks my heart to see those nation builders' living conditions. Some cannot afford to buy bread. Some cannot afford to buy basic medication. Some cannot afford to pay the bus fares to visit the doctor. And the list goes on and on and on. My brothers and sisters, this cannot continue to happen in Sweet Helen. The United Workers' Party, being the caring party that it is, will pay a monthly pension to all the banana farmers, including those who helped build this nation during the Green Gold era. Our brothers and sisters who have born to meet their maker during the last 5 years, their surviving spouse will receive a one-time lump sum payment. Oui, c'est ça, Medola. Si bon, di bon. This time, the Labour Party will not be able to stop what is rightfully due to our banana farmers. Then enough. Let us bring Mabuya further. Anse la Raye Canaries, let's right the wrong. St. Lucia, let us right the wrong. I thank you, my brothers and sisters.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. L'année deux candidats qui ont servi chanter ça là, mi boss là. Mais on soit ouais real boss là. Boban do antisigwe. Les bani en meeting right now. Pantan Brad li te ka parler, Pip te ka parler. Moi check social media, gas ki moun ki deni pli moun gave. Real boss là. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we on a roll. Moi vle voye en commission by Philippe J. Pierre. Philippe J. Pierre, ring the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to call on another community speaker before I continue with the candidates. At this time, I want to call on... Who is the next speaker? Huh? Okay, Francis Daria, could you please come to the mic? Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Francis.
Bonsoir tout le monde. It's nice to be here tonight. Okay. I remember 1970. Here was the first place I worked. I was a teacher at the old primary school, the one that got burned. And 72 now, that is about 54 years later, I am here to utter my first speech on the political platform. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here not just to endorse Mr. Dominic Fedee, but I want to highlight a few things that has caused me to do so. Moi, c'est Jean Vanan. Moi, fait là, moi, levé là, moi, fait mon ciseau, but moi, levé Vanan, moi, tout travail, moi, tout bagay, c'est Jean Vanan, moi. So I can tell you a few of the things that Mr. Fedee did in just about 3 years. Because nous pas qu'à compter sa COVID, dès l'année COVID là. We'll overlook that. Ladies and gentlemen, during the reign of Mr. Fedee, people from Techime to Roseau, from Monsizo to Mondo, all over, we always had something in our pockets, according to the political leaders, some ching, ching, ching. But over the years, in just 4 years, since I don't know why we did that nonsense with ourselves by voting a man like Mr. Fedee for Mr. Girard. Massa pouti nous fait un mistake comme ça en la vie nous. Avec ça c'est là qu'on slogan nous a dit nous ni pour faire ça qui coche à view et douette. Because right now nous ka marcher comme yon moun qui infime sans habitude. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, the Vanna playing field, from the time I was a little boy, now I am 70 years old, and from the time I was a little boy, 3, 4, 5 years, I used to go there to watch cricket. And this was like, Sanuka di Ampak Bef. When Mr. Fedee came on board as a minister, he had people, after upgrading the field, he had people from the Roseau cricket ground to come and help to bring that field to international standard. Just recently, I read something on Facebook, and not from any St. Lucian or anybody, but from an Indian magazine, which says that they are considering the Roseau cricket ground as the Waka of the Caribbean. Now, when they say about Waka, that is the Perth cricket ground in Australia, which is the fastest. If you bowl as a fast bowler, you play cricket and you go to Perth and you do nothing better oublier about cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, recently I passed there, and to my horror, if I'm laughing, which means that this is a sign of bad representation, and as a result, SLP must go, will go, and there is no choice. I remember when I was at a police training school, we had an instructor, the chief instructor. He always used to say, it is not a request, it's an order. So right now, you and me, those of us here and around St. Lucia, from Grosile to Vieux-Fort, from Micoud to Soufrière, we have to give them the matching orders and tell them that it is not SLP must go, but SLP will go. Thank you very much.
Oui, si bon. Par la pop. Selva m'a assis about ça, M. Francis Dilla. Il dit 70 years. Eh bien, nous allons parler après pour Bansigouya. Ladies and gentlemen, when you elect a representative, you expect representation for the people of the constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, when you elect a representative, you expect to see that representative throughout the term, not only when it's election year. You know that in Anse la Raye Canaries, you are only seeing Wayne Girard now because an election is approaching. But let me tell you about what happens where I came from. In Grosile, we have had a representative who for the last 4 years has been representing himself. Whereby no representation Kenson Kazimi self-service. And we know that the guy has become a millionaire right now. Ti millionnaire Grosile vle nous mette en parlement pour y continuer faire millions en la tête nous. But what we want is representation. What we want is representation for the people, not for yourself. And so we have found the solution. So let me tell you what we are doing in Grosile. Come the next general election, we are making one decision. We are making one choice.
and that is to elect Marcella Johnson as our parliamentary representative, because when Marcella wins, we all win. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marcella Johnson to the podium.
Where you dey? Rosile, where you dey? Where you dey? Rosile, where you dey? Vote Marcella election day. Rosile, where you dey? Where you dey? Rosile, where you dey? Where you dey? Rosile, where you dey? Vote Marcella. She is a winner. She's a winner. A winner. She's a winner. Marcella come to give them votes like the ransom me giving them. She's a winner. She's a winner. A winner. She's a winner. Vote Marcella, you can't go wrong. She is the people's champion. She's a winner. She's a winner. A winner. She's a winner. Tell them they cannot keep her down. She jumping like love and strength. She's a winner. She's a winner. A winner. A winner. Nobody can block her vote. Vote for Marcella. Back in 2021, that was the last election. As soon as them fellas come, everything start to go wrong. We've been waiting for so long.
Bonsoir, Mamai Anse la Raye, Mamai Grosile, Mamai Setlisi. Good evening to my brothers and sisters watching from home and abroad. Good evening. This is the first time I'm speaking here, so I will tell you a little bit about myself very briefly. I was raised in a small home with 6 brothers, where my parents taught me honesty, hard work, and responsibility. They used to say, as you make your bed, so must you lie on it. From a young age, I learned that life was not easy, especially as a woman. I had to fight for everything. And it is with this same determination, this same fight, that same fire, that I am fighting now for Roseau, for Anse la Raye, and for all of St. Lucia. Tell me, has this government made the right bed for St. Lucia? No. That's right. They have made a bed of silence, neglect, and failure. And now the people are left to lie in it. St. Lucia is in crisis. Crime is out of control. Guns are flooding our streets, even if we don't manufacture them. Every day, another life is cut short. Another mother cries. Another community mourns. And what has been the response to those in power? Silence. And silence is complicity. I think of Ned, who was tragically taken from us in Roseau. Many of you here knew him. I sat with Ned just a couple of weeks ago, and he told me, all I want is better for the youth. All I want is opportunities. If they support the youth, things would be different. He wasn't asking for riches. He was asking for a chance for our young people to live better, safer lives. That was his dream. And his dream was stolen. And I ask you, should Ned's dream die with him? Are we going to fight for our youth? And yet, while families grieve, what do we see from those in power? Silence. neglect, comfort for themselves, but suffering for the people. The outgoing Minister of Youth and Sports, the outgoing parliamentary representative for Roseau, he was supposed to stand for the youth. But instead, while our boys search for jobs, our mothers cry for our children, questions are being asked by you, the people, about his self-enrichment. My brothers and sisters, has he delivered for the youth? Has he delivered for Anse la Raye? Has he delivered for Roseau? Then what must we do? Fire him! What must we do? What must we do? Because when leaders fail the youth, when they turn their backs on safety and opportunity, when they choose themselves over the people must choose to fire them. But I am here not only to point out the failures. I am here with solutions. Because the United Workers' Party is ready to act. First, we will secure our borders. Guns are not made in St. Lucia, yet they flood our communities. That means they are entering through weak points at our ports. We will strengthen border control to stop them. Because if guns keep pouring in, our children are not safe. No one is safe. Second, we will expand the canine unit with trained dogs and handlers. At every point of entry. And let me remind you, this works. You remember Tyson, the canine who stopped drugs, stopped weapons, stopped criminals. Tyson protected St. Lucia better than some leaders in office today. But Tyson was killed. And when he died, we lost a guardian of safety. That is why we must rebuild and expand the canine program, because Tyson's sacrifice must not be in vain. Third, we must create opportunities for our youth, because opportunity is the cure for crime. Jobs, skills, sports programs that truly invest in talent. But tell me, is this how we treat our youth today? Just this week, at the Corinth Secondary School, parents were told that there are not enough chairs for their children to sit. Parents are being asked to call the ministry, begging for something such as a basic chair for their children to sit. Is this leadership? Is this respect for our children? Compare that to what UWP delivered. We created the St. Lucia Sports Academy in Roseau, the first of its kind, where young athletes live, learn, and train. And today, those students are excelling. the Academy's football team are the champions of the Under-19 football tournament for the last 3 years. They deserve a round of applause. That is UWP, building schools, creating opportunities, producing champions. Labor leaves children without chairs. UWP build futures. That is the difference. My brothers and sisters, I carry this fight in my heart every single day. As the mother of 2 young men, I feel the urgency of this fight. I refuse to accept that crime should be normal. When I look in my son's eyes, I see the future of St. Lucia, and I will never allow that future to be stolen. Never. This fight is personal. I am fighting for my boys. I am fighting for your boys. I'm fighting for your girls. I am fighting for every child in Roseau, Anse la Raye, and all across St. Lucia. Because no mother should have to bury a child. And I promise you, we will not wait for another funeral to demand change. And let me pause here in Anse la Raye to recognize a man who has walked this road before, my colleague, Dominic Fedee. Dominic Fedee served you with integrity and results. You saw tourism lifted. You saw jobs created. You saw Anse la Raye on the map. He didn't just talk, he delivered. With Dominic fighting for you here, and with me fighting in Roseau, the United Workers' Party under the Honorable Alan Shastney will give this country the leadership it deserves. So I ask you, how many more sons must we bury? How many more mothers must cry? How many more dreams must be stolen? We cannot wait. We must act. And action starts with you, the people. Raise your voices. Organize your communities. Demand safer borders. Demand better schools. Demand leaders who serve, not leaders who enrich themselves. Stand with the United Workers' Party, because together we will bring safety back to our streets, hope back to our youth, and pride back to St. Lucia. The Labour Party has failed. They must be fired. And when the next election comes, with your voice, with your vote, with your courage, we must fire them. My friends, this is about our children, our future. This is about whether St. Lucia sinks into fear or rises into strength. So let us stand together. Let us fight together. And let us win together. United we will rise. United we will protect our children. United we will save St. Lucia. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless our beautiful...
Roseau, I hope you're representing for Marcella Johnson. Roseau, vote for shame. Roseau, where you did, Roseau, where you did, Roseau, where you did, Roseau, where you did, vote Marcella election day.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the lady herself. No mother should have to bury a child. And at this point in time, my heart goes out to Marilyn Herman of Grosile, who will have to bury her son anytime soon, because during the week, her son was gunned down in the middle of Grosile, exactly where we have the Friday night street party. I want to say to Marilyn, God's grace and strength to you, and to her son who was passed, may his soul rest in peace. I know the boy, very respectful, very polite boy. He passed away. But I want to say one thing. The minister and representative of Grosile, Kenson Kazemi, was on Meet the Opposition on Friday. Not even a word about a murder that took place in his constituency in broad daylight. Not a word of concern, not a word of consolation to the family of Ned Herman. Not a word. I say to him, his time is nigh. We know he does not care. We know he's only concerned about himself. And like Marcella says, no politician should come into politics to enrich themselves. I want to quote Philip J. Pierre. I want to quote Kenny Anthony. And recently, I don't know if it's because she was angry, I want to quote Virginia Albert, who all said, if you get into politics and you become rich as a result of politics, something is wrong. So ladies and gentlemen, we in Grosile are going to right that wrong by putting a representative who will represent us, not himself. So, I heard a lot of things coming from the independent Labour candidate of Canaries North, Mr. Marcellus Steele. He told us all about the lazy ruler and why we should not vote for him. I want to say to Marcellus, I agree with everything you said about the lazy ruler. The only thing we differ on is that the proper representation that Canaries North deserve is going to come from another Steve. Not Stevenson, another Steve. Stephen Fevrier will be the next parliamentary representative for Canaries North, so that he can bring back progress and development to that constituency. So ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the podium the next representative for Canaries North, the real Steve, Mr. Stephen Fevrier.
And I said these are some serious times. All I can see around us is just violence and crime. Full time for us to centralize, socialize, and realize. So let the sun shine throughout every day. Let the moon shine through the peaceful nights. This is 7 times rise and 7 times fall. But I don't really believe in the falling things at all. Cause life continues as it goes.
Good evening, people of Anse la Raye, Canaries. It is really good to be here with you this evening. And let me also, before I start, extend greetings to you from the great constituency of Canaries North. Let me also say to you, the people of this constituency, how blessed you are to have Dominic Fedee as the incoming parliamentary representative who will represent you with dignity and honor. Dominic is a good man who holds the best interests of this constituency at heart. I have known Dominic for over 20 years, and I am proud to call him a friend. Before I briefly address you this evening on healthcare insurance, I want to share some thoughts with you about political developments that we have witnessed in St. Lucia over the past few days. Over the last few days, we have seen men and women who were part of this party, who had pledged their commitment to you, to development of this country, line up with outstretched hands to receive money in exchange for their souls. But there are lessons to be learned
from those who have betrayed the party. And in these moments, I sometimes hear the voice of my mother speaking to me. She would often say, "Son, I would prefer somebody to dislike me. I'd rather someone dislike me rather than someone be jealous of me." Let me repeat. My mother often would say that she would prefer someone to dislike her than to be jealous of her. And why? Because if someone dislikes you, they are indifferent to you. They don't care about you. But if someone is jealous of you, they will do any and everything to destroy you. And the Bible tells us that jealousy drove Cain to murder Abel. Jealousy drove Judas to betray Jesus. And jealousy and hate drove men of this party who walked with us, who ate with us, who prayed with us, to compromise their very soul to destroy the party. For what? For 30 pieces of silver. My mother also taught me something, that it is better to be poor and have integrity than to sell your soul for gain and for position. Do you agree with my mother? I can't hear you. Do you agree with my mother? But what these men and women have done, what these malcontents have done, is no different from the betrayal we read in the Bible. You'll remember in 2021, Stephenson King, a man this party built up, a man the UWP party carried, a man the UWP party helped to become the Prime Minister of this country. He walked away from He walked away from the constituency. He walked away from you. He walked away from his integrity. And not just walking away, he betrayed us. He turned his back on his people, the very people who believed in him, the very people who lifted him up. And like Judas, he betrayed us with a smile. Men we trusted, men we worked for, men you gave everything for, who in the end lifted their heel against us, exactly like the scripture said in Psalms 41:9. Even my close friend in whom I trusted, who ate my bread, has lifted his heel against me. My brothers and my sisters, betrayal can never end well. Cain was cursed. Judas hung himself. And in Proverbs 19:5 reminds us, a false witness will never go unpunished, and he who breathes out lies will never escape. So I want to remind us, those people who are speaking lies in an effort to destroy this party will not go unpunished. And I tell you tonight, those who betray this party will face their judgment. Not from me, not from you, not from me alone, but they will face their judgment on the day of elections in the ballot box. Elections are coming. And when they come, we will show St. Lucia, we will show the world that betrayal will never win. Treachery does not win. Selling your soul for power can never win. St. Lucians know the truth. Betrayal only brings destruction. Look at the country now, today. Skyrocketing cost of living, crime out of control. And we heard from Marcella, rampant deaths. Families struggling more than ever before. My people, these are the fruits of betrayal. That is what happens when men and women abandon their principles for power. But the United Workers' Party, our party, is different. Psalms 10:9 says, whoever walks in integrity walks in security. but he who walks the way crooked will be found out. Flabo, we walk in integrity, we walk with you, we will walk with the people, and we will walk in truth. So as we prepare for the next elections, let us send a clear message and send it loudly. We will not bow to traitors. We will not ever reward betrayal. We will not hand St. Lucia to those who have abandoned its people and abandoned us. We, in the United Workers' Party, we're not perfect, but we are not betrayers. We are not flawless. We are loyal. And unlike those who have betrayed us, we will never betray you. So let the betrayers be remembered like Judas. Let the jealous be remembered like Cain. Let the crooked be remembered as in Proverbs 11:3. Let us, the United Workers' Party, march into the next general elections with integrity, with loyalty, and with victory. Let me also briefly speak about another very important issue, which is health insurance. When I walk through this country, through the length and breadth of this country, we hear the horror stories of people in urgent need of medical treatment. Yet despite the promises of the Labour Party, nothing has been done to support these people. So it is with great pride that I know that we, St. Lucia, the United Workers' Party, will provide healthcare coverage for all St. Lucians as the highest priority. And I am proud to be a part of the party who will bring that to you. Ladies and gentlemen, as I close, let me remind you, this is the party who's brought development to this country. This is the party who has not betrayed you. Stand yourself, get ready for the next election, and with you, with your support, we will bring St. Lucia back from the brink. I thank you.
And I said these are some serious times. All I can see around us is just violence and crime. Full time for us to centralize, socialize.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Stephen Fedee, the next representative for Canaries North. There's Stephen King and Stephen Fedee. When Stephen Fedee finished beating Stephen King so bad, you will swear he is Stephen's son. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this. We have a government that is now, they exploited you by not subsidizing flour and causing the price of bread, not subsidizing flour to the extent that they should, causing bread to almost double in price. They exploited you by keeping the price of gas at the pump artificially high. When we were there, you paid $13.95. We capped it at $13.95. They were at one point $17.95. When we bought, they brought it down, but it's still artificially high at $16 at a time when the price of oil on the international market is very low. They put a 2.5% tax on you. Tonight I can say thank God. When we vote the United Workers' Party, within 30 days, 2.5% Sadaka is certainly do moins. But they have extorted all that money from you. They didn't care about you for 4 years. When you bawl because of the high prices at the supermarket, the Prime Minister said to you, that is imported. He cannot do anything about it. Now he wants your vote. Come and tell you about VAT exempt, zero rated, and so. Well, let me tell you something. Right now, it is too late, because we have already rated the St. Lucia Labour Party 0. And we will ensure that we make them pay for the sufferings that they put us through in the last 4 years. So, with all our money in your pockets now, you all think you all can buy us? Well, we'll eat them out, drink them out, and we'll vote them out. And that is what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a few representatives here with me tonight who were parliamentary representatives before 2021, and they're contesting the next election. And I say to them from experience, in 2011, when Grosile made that mistake of voting me out for Emma Hippolyte, it did not take them a year to realize the mistake. So by the time the next election came, I was back in there with almost 2,000 votes ahead of her because they recognized the mistake that they made. So I say to people like Dominic, I say to people like Guy, and I want to say to Herod Stanislas in Soufrière Font Saint-Jacques, ladies and gentlemen, did you see the work that he did in the last 5 years? I say to you, sir, you will get your back pay come the next general election, because the people of Soufrière have seen the mistake just like the people of Grosile did, and they are going to right that wrong, so you can come to right the wrong that Emma has done. So next election, we're giving you Herod Stanislas as the next parliamentary representative for Soufrière Font Saint-Jacques. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Herod Stanislas to the podium.
Herod, tout le monde, tant ça, me connaît un shine up. Herod he best là. I know a lot of man, but Herod is the best one. Me connaît un shine up. Herod he best là. C'est lui qui best là. C'est lui qui best là. Listen, check the field, check the square. Herod not going nowhere. Take a walk by the waterfront police station, like the number one. That beach back, look at that. Boy, you not seeing that if you say Herod must go Ubuze. Come
Jacmel, Anse la Raye Canaries, Mamai Flambeau, St. Lucians at home, our wonderful supporters in the diaspora, Miami, Texas, New York, the tri-state areas, Canada, the UK. Mamai Flambeau again, good night. I bring you special greetings from the wonderful people of Sulphur City. And Flambeau family, tonight, it gives me great honor. It's a privilege to stand on the platform of my wonderful friend, my loving brother, Dominic Fedee. Anse la Raye Canaries, from what I see here today, what I see here tonight, there is no doubt in my mind. Welcome, Brother Roche. There is no doubt in my mind, brothers and sisters, that your next parliamentary representative for Anse la Raye Canaries will be no other than Dominic Fedee. Because what I see there today is a sign of a victory. It is a sign that you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries, you are ready to fire, to get rid of this failed, incompetent Wen Girard and bring in the man who is going to bring progress, development, and opportunities to you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. Dominic Fedee, your people of Anse la Raye Canaries, they are ready to right the wrong of 2021. Brothers and sisters, I know Dominic Fedee very well. I know his heart. I know he's genuinely passionate about you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. He always wants what is best for Anse la Raye Canaries. This is one man, one parliamentary representative, one minister in cabinet, whom every single Monday would be agitating for you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. Dominic's favorite term was Anse la Raye Canaries colleagues have been the forgotten child for too long. And every Monday, he made his demands, he made his request for you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. And Dominic Fedee, brothers and sisters, will go down as the best parliamentary representative that you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries, have ever had. And the mark of Dominic Fedee, brothers and sisters, is all over this constituency. From Anse la Raye village to Canaries to right here in Jacmel to Millet to Tetmon to Tetchime to Vanna, every single community you go to in Anse la Raye Canaries, you must be able to point your fingers on the works of Dominic Fedee. And that is what you want in a parliamentary representative, brothers and sisters. And even in a position, Dominic Fedee never forgot about you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. That shows you the character of this man. And that is even more reason that you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries, must right the wrong and re-elect Dominic Fedee as your next parliamentary representative. Brothers and sisters, last Sunday, we had a massive, successful national public meeting. And I want to thank every Flabo supporter, every Flabo member, every Flabo well-wisher who turned out in the numbers you all did last Sunday. And last Sunday, brothers and sisters, we sent a clear message to Philippe J. Pierre and the Labour Party. And that message is, Philippe J. Pierre, your days are numbered. Flabo is ready. We are ready to right the wrongs of 2021. We are ready to rescue this country from the hands of Philippe J. Pierre and his failed and incompetent cabinet. And last Sunday, brothers and sisters, we came out strong. And they are scared. They are going crazy. They are going mad. They do not know what to do because they know, Flabo, we have the momentum. We are ready and we are going to win this election whenever they call it. But Flabo family, I want you all here in Anse la Raye Canaries and throughout the length and breadth of St. Lucia and those of you in the diaspora to remain focused. The Labour Party, they are masters of distraction. They are masters of deflection. And they are masters of division. What they saw on Sunday have them trembling. And they will say, brothers and sisters, they will do anything to divide and conquer the United Workers' Party. And I am calling on you all tonight. Remain focused. The big picture, the big prize, the objective of this campaign of us being here tonight is to get rid of Philippe J. Pierre and the Labour Party. Stay focused on that. And I also want to make a clarion call tonight, brothers and sisters, to all of our supporters whom I believe have been distracted this week. After a successful Sunday public meeting, which was not a rally, a public meeting, and we had so many people, far less when we are going to have our rallies. Far less. Many of us, brothers and sisters, we were distracted. We lose focus. And I want us to refocus. And those Flabos, our members, supporters who are on social media getting distracted by the Labour Party, I am calling on you all tonight to refocus. And the persons whom you all are alleging who have left Flabo, who have gotten paid or whatever, that is not our business. This is a democratic country. This party is a democratic party. Anybody who wants to live, they're free to live. Because as they live, many are coming in. We have to welcome those who are coming in, and we have to work harder to bring in even more people. So do not fall to the distraction and attack and make assumptions about people when we have no evidence of what we're talking about. So I'm calling on you all tonight, as a senior member of this party, I'm calling on you all tonight to desist and desist. Stop it. Remain focused. Remain focused on winning this election, not going after people who wants to leave United Workers' Party. Silence, brothers and sisters, is golden. We have work to do. We have people to register. We have people to influence, to convince that this party is the best party for St. Lucia. So all those attacks on Flambeaus, stop it as of tonight. And I'm happy that the chairman is there tonight hearing my message to each and every one of you. This does not help the cause. This does not help the cause, brothers and sisters, and we need to stop it. What we should have been doing, Flambeaus, this week was to spread the good news, spread what our political leader said that he was going to do to save our St. Lucia in our 7 policy plans. That is what we had to be educating the people of St. Lucia from the north to the south, the west to the east, and not on social media attacking people when you have no evidence. Brothers and sisters, our political leader said to you that when we get into government, and there is no doubt, brothers and sisters, we are going to win these next elections. We are going to eliminate the 2.5% levy which this wicked and evil and vindictive Labour Party have imposed on the backs of you, the people. That, brothers and sisters, positively transforms, impacts positively the lives of every St. Lucian. And we know the history behind the 2.5%. When Philippe Jepier came to Parliament and introduced this policy, he said it was for health and security. And days later, weeks later, we learned it was a lie. That was to get a $200 million loan from the World Bank. And you have to ask yourselves, brothers and sisters, this 2.5% levy would have brought in the government over $30 million a year. And it was for 2 years. They have since extended it. They have raised, they have collected from you, the people of St. Lucia, you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries, over $60 million from this 2.5% levy tax. And you have to ask yourselves, brothers and sisters, is healthcare better today than it was? We still have problems of medication at the hospitals. We still do not have enough nurses. We still do not have enough doctors. We still do not have enough critical care workers. The hospitals are still leaking when it rains. But they are collecting 2.5% for health and security. You need to ask yourself, Flambeau family, do you feel safer today with the government collecting the 2.5% for security? Is St. Lucia safer today, brothers and sisters? The answer is a resounding no. And this is why we are telling you, as a party, as the government in waiting, that when you elect Dominic Fedee, when you elect Herod Stanislas in Soufre, when you elect Alan Chastanet as your Prime Minister, when you elect Stephen Fevrier, Benson Emile, Bradley Fulgence, Peter Chico, Marcella Johnson, and the rest of our men and women on Team UWP, we are going to remove this 2.5% levy on the backs of you, the people of St. Lucia. That, brothers and sisters, we are committed to. Brothers and sisters, another promise that our political leader made to you in our 7 SOS is to, within 30 days of us forming government, we are going to reduce the price of fuel. The price of gas and diesel. And brothers and sisters, for 4 years, we have been agitating on your behalf, the people of St. Lucia, to the Labour Party to reduce the price of fuel on the backs of St. Lucians. Currently, brothers and sisters, St. Lucia pays the most for gas and diesel in the OECS. The most. And this government, do you all remember 17.95 a gallon? 17.90 a gallon? 1695, 1650. And today, brothers and sisters, on the eve of an elections, they believe they can come and fool you, the people of St. Lucia, again, and capping it at $16. Brothers and sisters, you need to tell Philippe J. Pierre, you need to tell Wayne Girard, and the rest of the failed cabinet ministers, too little, too late. Do not let that fool you. Brothers and sisters, if God forbids, and this Labour Party is returned to government, get ready to pay $18 or more a gallon of gas and diesel. Because you know why? The $16 they cap, it has a shelf life of January 2026. It means that if they are returned to government, because this election will be called this year, if they return to government, the revenue they have forgone for the past 4 or 5 months, the millions, they will want to recoup it in a matter of months again. And therefore, they will increase the price of fuel to almost $18 or more. And you, the people of St. Lucia, do not want that misery, that pain, that suffering anymore. So you have to ensure, brothers and sisters, that you vote Dominic Fedee, you re-elect the United Workers' Party to run the affairs of this country. Brothers and sisters, I need to do a quick mathematics with you, especially the minibus operators, so that they can understand the impact of this fuel price on their backs and the benefits that a United Workers' Party government is going to bring to them in their pockets. So permit me 1 second. And I will look at Soufrière. I do not know the prices of your minibuses in Anse la Raye, Canaries. Brothers and sisters, in Soufrière, a minibus operator uses approximately 8.75 gallons of gas for the day to make his trips to Canaries. At $16, he pays about $140 a day. In 4 weeks, brothers and sisters, in 1 month, he spends approximately $3,360 in gas. If, brothers and sisters, Philippe J. Pierre reduces the price of gas to $15.50 a gallon, that minibus operator is going to save $96 a month or $1,152 a year. In the 5 years of the Labour Party administration's governance, he would have saved $5,760. We continue. If they reduce, or had they reduced the price of fuel 4 years ago to $15 a gallon, a minibus driver in Soufrière would have spent $3,150 a month on gas. He would have saved $210 a month. That would amount to $2,520 a year. In the 5 years of the Labour Party, the minibus operator would have saved $12,600. If the Labour Party had reduced the price of fuel to $14.50 a gallon, the minibus operator would have paid $3,045 a month in gas. He would have saved $315 a month, or $3,780 a year. In 5 years, he would have saved $18,900. We're not done yet. Remember, United Workers' Party, through all the most of difficult times, COVID and everything, we capped fuel at $13.95 a gallon. Never forget that. So, brothers and sisters, had the Labour Party, had Philippe J. Pierre left fuel at $13.95 a gallon, a minibus driver from Soufrière would have been spending for the month $2,929.50 on gas. he would have saved for the month, compared to the $16 now, $430.50. In 1 year, he would have saved $5,166. And in 5 years, with 5 years, they would have saved $25,830, brothers and sisters. That $25,000, brothers and sisters, is enough for that minibus operator to take that savings, that money, and put it on a down payment and buy a brand new 14-seater bus. He would have been able to change his bus every 5 years by saving $25,860. Tell me, brothers and sisters, which government is for the people of St. Lucia? The Labour Party continues to extort monies from the pockets of you, the people, with higher taxes, with levies. In fuel alone, brothers and sisters, last financial year, the Labour Party was able to collect over $70 million from your pockets. And that is what we need to go to the polls to do to right that wrong. So, brothers and sisters, we have many issues confronting us as a country today. Every sector, every agency is in a mess in this country. And it is only Alan Michael Chasney, Dominic Fedee, and the rest of the United Workers' Party who could come back and save our St. Lucia. And this is why we are here tonight. This is why we are here, to ask you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries, to consider all the ills, the sufferings, the pain, the misery which the Labour Party have put you through for the last 4 years, and make a conscious decision, a decision for your children, for your grandchildren, and for generations to come. By each and every one of you, bring 1, bring 2, bring 3, bring 4, go to the polls as early as possible, vote for Dominic Fedee, vote for Harold Stanislas, Stephen Fevrier, Benson Emil, Bradley Fulgence, Peter Chico, Marcella, Guy Joseph, and the rest of our formidable men and women. And I know if you're able to do that, brothers and sisters, it is bye-bye for Philip. This is going to be the end of the reigns of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Good night, and God bless you all.
Herod, Tupun, Tansa, Mokoneta Shinum, Herod he best la. I know a lot of men, but Herod is the best one. Mokoneta Shinum, Herod he best la. Siliki best la. Siliki best la. Listen, check the field, check the square. Herod not go with
yes,
nowhere.
ladies and gentlemen, it's happening right here in Jacmel, Roseau. Flabo Live is alive. I just checked out what's happening in Canaries East. They told me Chico have people under so much pressure that he called a meeting in Canaries East. And he crying for the people. Guess what he told them? He said, Wayne Girard, you have a big responsibility to win that seat for Labour in the next election. And for you to do that, you have to double your effort. Well, let me just tell Pip, his maths is not good. Because if your effort is 0, even if you double your effort, 2 times 0 is 0. So let him know that the writing is on the wall. Too little, too late. Dominic Fedee is going to be the next parliamentary representative of Anse la Raye Canaries come the next general election. And so before I call on Dominic, ladies and gentlemen, let me just acknowledge the presence of our chairman, Mr. Thurl Prudent. Mr. Prudent, could you just take a bow? I know that Rush is somewhere here, but he's probably somewhere in the yard. I want to acknowledge the presence of Benson Emil, our endorsed candidate for Dennery South. Ben for the Den. Ladies and gentlemen, another one who is on his way to Parliament as representative for Dennery South. Let me tell you something. Never mind all the machinations you're hearing and seeing. All that is because before the gods destroy them, he first makes them mad. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want at this juncture to remind you, Herod made a point in reminding you that one of the things that the United Workers' Party will do within 30 days of assuming office after you vote for them is that they're going to remove the 2.5% levy on your backs. And he reminded you that the 2.55% you were lied to, and they told you it is for health and security. And Herod asked us, what is happening in health and security? Herod, let me tell you what is happening in health and security. You know what? I will not tell you. Go and ask the Medical and Dental Association who are directly involved in health. And they said, this is the worst health crisis we have ever had in the history of St. Lucia under the St. Lucia Labour Party. Herod, if you want to know what is happening with security, and if you want to know what is happening to your 2.5% when it comes to security, we have had record after record in homicides in this country. So much so that we have had the highest number of homicides ever in the history of this country. Last year we had 77. Already this year we have had more than 50. And in this week alone we had 4 homicides taking place in this country. That is what they're charging you the 2.5% for. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for what we call a soulagement. It is time for us to get some reprieve. And it is time to bring back a high quality of living for the people of this country by bringing back the United Workers' Party. The United Workers' Party will save our St. Lucia. The United Workers' Party will right the wrong. So all I want for the current Prime Minister to do is ring the bell. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me call on one of the deputies of the United Workers' Party, the man who was our former tourism minister, former parliamentary representative for Anse la Raye Canaries, the man who is back on his way to Parliament, for whom Wayne has no answer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dominic Fedee to address you.
It's there all the way. Back in 2016, they try and bring victory. But now in 2021, they say Girard winning. But let me tell you who that's the right man for Canaries. Jack Mel, Millet, and the whole of Anse la Raye. F-E-D-E-E. Fedee is the man for we. F-E-D-E-E. Flavo is the right party. F-E-D-E-E. Fedee is the man for we. F-E-D-E-E. Flavo is the right party. Remember last 5 years, what Labour people saying? They all was telling us that better days are coming. But Fedee that do everything and he just keep working. We giving him another 5 cause of what we doing. F-E-D-E-E. Fedee is the man for we. F-E-D-E-E. Flavo is the right party. F-E-D-E-E. Fedee is the man for we. F-E-D-E-E. Flavo is the right party. The Canaries, Ibanu and Expo. In his Banu, she members Trevana and Ottawa. Yo, the Ipamele, but they Anse la Raye. Now they have proper health care cause of Dominic Fedee. Why do say F-E-D-E-E? Fedee is the man for we. F-E-D-E-E. Flavo is the right party. F-E-D-E-E. Fedee is the man for we. F-E-D-E-E. Flavo is the right party. F-E-D-E-E.
The people of the United Workers' Party, welcome to the community of Jackmel. Spider, I think these Sunday lives are becoming too small. There is too much Flabo fire. There is too much heat to bring to the Labour Party. Now, Jackmel, as you can see, is a special place in the politics for me. And that special place can find its roots back to the time when the United Workers' Party announced me as the candidate, the then Prime Minister of St. Lucia was Kenny Anthony. And I want you to hear it as well. And so Kenny Anthony was the Prime Minister. And he went to Canaries and he told the people of Canaries that could you imagine Dominic Fedee and Alan Chasney speaking to the people of Jacmel in Creole. Well, Kenny, I have something to say to you tonight. And I am going to say it not in English. And I am in Jacmel tonight, where 10 years ago you said that I couldn't speak Creole to the people of Jacmel. And so tonight, Kenny, I hope that you are watching this special Flabo live, because I have a very short sentence to say to you. Kenny, ukudi kazleba frini, yo frini yako, yo frini mradu, bal frini. And the United Workers' Party is on the road to victory. And while I am here at the microphone, I have a question to ask the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. Because you see, as I have stuck with you and I have been with you in the last 4 years, the number one question that I hear from the people of Anse la Raye Canaries, Kojirad, has anybody seen Wayne Girard? Does anybody know what Wayne Girard looks like? Too many people have said to me that Wayne Girard could be, because Wayne Girard knows that on this occasion, not even the last minute projects that he's doing in the constituency can save him. So he too has run away. So Wayne Girard cannot be found, because Wayne Girard Koui Wayne Girard Koui, because Labour Frini, you're Frini. So my friends, I love my Flabo people so much. I will never ever change you for another. This is really the best political party to be in St. Lucia. There will never ever be a political party like the United Workers' Party. So, as we shout the chant, Kui, I want to say to Girard that he needs to repay the people of Anse la Raye Canaries every single dollar he has received in salary, because over the last 4 years, Wayne Girard has failed to be a representative to the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. We need every single dollar back from Wayne Girard. Representation is the principal thing. And if you cannot answer your phone when the people call you, then you are not ready for this business. And if you cannot call back the people of Jacmel and the people of Millet and Anse la Raye and Canaries and all of these pockets in the constituency, then you don't care about the people of this great constituency. And so now we see that there are last-minute projects happening. Now, they had a fella this week named Big Daddy. And Big Daddy was on TV. He called Yadi and he was trying to say a lot of lies about our political leader. Now, our leader is not here to defend himself tonight. So I am going to take the liberty to ask Big Daddy a few questions on behalf of our leader. I want to ask Big Daddy, who is the contractor on the playing field project at the Masquerade community that is happening right now by the St. Lucia Labour Party? Who is the contractor? And Big Daddy, if you refuse to answer this question, then I will take it another step further and I will reveal the entire contract so that the people of St. Lucia can see that who is the contractor for that project on the Masquerade field. And so I know tonight that I am here to talk about my constituency. But there are a few things that's been happening this week that we need to clear up and that we need to set straight. And we want to ask Big Daddy whether he has any interest in the contract at all and whether he knows anything about the contractor on the playing field project. I leave that to Big Daddy. Now, to the people of Anse la Raye Canaries and to the people of St. Lucia, the United Workers' Party is the only party in this election that has plans and that has taken the time to sit down with all of its candidates and to develop a set of plans that will benefit all the people of St. Lucia. And I want to say to you tonight that what we will do as far as Anse la Raye and Canaries is concerned, we will have a manifesto for the constituency in this election to deal with the specific issues of Anse la Raye Canaries so that your development will not be interrupted by any partisan politics. But we will make sure this time that we have a very strong set of plans that will deal with the issues concerning you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. Foremost on our mind will be the area of job creation and economic empowerment for you, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. We will bring back the agriculture fields. I drive through the Roseau Valley, once a thriving location for banana farmers. In its heyday, Roseau Valley exported over 35% of banana production in the country. And you drive through Roseau, you drive through Vanna, you drive through the millet area, and what we see today is that the farms are overgrown by bushes because the St. Lucia Labour Party came to government without a plan for agriculture, and they have failed the people of Anse la Raye Canaries and all over St. Lucia on the issue of agriculture. And so I promise you, the people of Jacmel, and I am sure under the leadership of whoever the Minister of Agriculture will be, when the cabinet is finally announced, that we will work together with other farming communities in St. Lucia to make sure that we bring back agriculture in St. Lucia so that we can create jobs, create wealth, and create businesses for the people of Anse la Raye, Canaries, and indeed St. Lucia. So agriculture will make the big comeback. And Brad told us tonight that agriculture will make a comeback within 100 days of a new United Workers' Party government, when we will institute a pension fund for the farmers of St. Lucia. We will say thank you to them. And as we continue to focus on jobs in the constituency of Anse la Raye Canaries, some of you would have heard the Labour Party announce that they would build a call center. I want to say to you that that's a bluff. Nothing has happened to that project. But I want to say to the people of Anse la Raye Canaries that that idea wasn't an original idea. But I'm going to say to you now that there is only one political party that has the talent and the know-how how to implement a project like that in a constituency like Anse la Raye Canaries, and that is the United Workers' Party. We will build a call center and create jobs for the young people of this constituency. That is what we do. This is in our DNA. We are into job creation, wealth creation for the young and old, and to make sure that we support businesses as well. You, the people of Anse la Raye Canaries, would remember that in Anse la Raye down at Toulaget, we had a functioning beach facility where cruise ship passengers came in the hundreds. In 1 year, we hosted some 10,000 cruise ship passengers down at Toulaget. And it supported several businesses and supported some 24 jobs that were all from this constituency. We had people renting chairs. We had people working on the beach, working in the restaurant, working to make this facility one of the best. This facility supported a number of tours and attractions like the waterfall and the beach tours in other parts of the constituency, because there was a focus on using tourism to drive wealth and to uplift the people of Anse la Raye Canaries from poverty. And the Labour Party has caused this project to be destroyed. And I am saying to the people of Anse la Raye Canaries that the United Workers' Party, when we form the next government, we will reinstitute and resume the Toulaget Beach Project at Ottawa for the people of Anse la Raye and surrounding areas. No society can be competitive without education. And I am very, very proud that our political party has made history in the area of education. Because we have the boldness to say to the skeptics that there can be no cost to educate our people of St. Lucia. There can be no limitation. There can be no budgetary limitations put on the cost of educating our people. Because when we educate our people, we build wealth for them. We liberate them from poverty. We liberate their minds, and we create a certain level of freedom that is not possible with the bondage of illiteracy. And when the United Workers' Party assumes office very soon, we will be the first political party in St. Lucia to have Sir Arthur Lewis free for every single child in St. Lucia. That's our DNA. That's what we do in the United Workers' Party. And so I see a number of 8-year-olds and 7-year-olds and all those people who are going to primary school now, and those parents who have kids going to primary school. I want to tell you tonight that when the United Workers' Party comes into office, that you will not have to pay for Sir Arthur Lewis to send your child to get their degrees, their associate degrees, their diplomas and certificate courses and technical vocational courses. We will empower the people of Anse la Raye Canaries and the people of St. Lucia so that they can be some of the brightest and smartest anywhere in the Caribbean. That is the legacy of the United Workers' Party. That's what we do. To the people of Belvedere, to the people of Canaries Village, to the people of Anse la Raye, and the people of Chalon, and the people of Opos, and Anse la Raye Village, and Otabor, and all of you in Masqué that don't benefit from the John Compton Dam, I am here to say to you that upon election day, the next day, the first pen we will sign, that will be a signature to get rid of the dredging fee that all of you are paying to support the dredging of the John Compton Dam. That's what we do within the United Workers' Party. We believe that you, the people, as we did with the reduction of VAT, should keep more of your money in your pockets. And on that note, we will also be reducing and removing completely from our law that health and security tax that is posing as a health and security tax. We will remove that tax on the backs of the people of St. Lucia. We will do it within 100 days of taking office. We will make sure that the people of Techime in Millet that have among some of the worst water supply in St. Lucia, and it has gotten worse under the Labour Party, we will make sure that the people of Techime are compensated for the sacrifices that you have made by giving up your lands, by separating from your families and giving up your farms so that you can have proper water supply, the best water supply in St. Lucia, because of the sacrifices that you continue to make so that St. Lucia can progress. We, the United Workers' Party, we will do it. And while I am in Techime, I will say to you that I am ashamed and embarrassed that in 2025, you cannot have a simple thing like cutting the grass at the side of the road done, and people are complaining about snake bites under the wicked St. Lucia Labour Party administration. This is a travesty. This is a crime of the worst possible type, that a constituency rep has neglected his constituency to the extent that he cannot even cut the grass for the people of Millet and people of Vanna and people of Kaiko, and they are all seeing an increase of snake bites. The United Workers' Party will put an end to this. Within 100 days of coming into office, we will get it done. We will cut the grass. And according to my friend Guy Joseph, we will cut the grass behind the grass. You got it? So, this constituency has taken a retrograde step. It is so in a place of irrepair. I mean, I came here this afternoon for the meeting, and I look at the Jack Mill field, and the only thing that is left for me to do is cry. Because the people of Jack Mill knows that when the United Workers' Party had done that field, that was one of the best grass-laid playing field in St. Lucia. And only because of COVID and other logistic reasons which we had, that we did not complete the lighting project. But the poles, the hole for the poles, the platform for the poles were already done by the time the United Workers' Party demitted office. And instead of continuing a project started by Dominic Fedee, Alan Shastney, and the United Workers' Party, Gerard played politics with the future of the sportsmen of the constituency. And only because he knows that an election is coming soon, and he has done his canvassing, And not even Labour Party supporters want to see him by their doors. Because if they see him, they know. They don't know him. And so now he's trying at the last minute. I want to say to the young people of Jacmel, the lights are not for you. The lights are to save Gerard. The lights are to save the St. Lucia Labour Party. You're Frini. Balfrini. It is too late. They're finished. And so lights cannot save you. Roads cannot save you. For 4 years I drove through the constituency. And roads that we had started, the road that came from Techime to go to the Venus Gap, that road was there. And we had a well-defined contract. Labour stopped the project. And the people of Millet had to go through this rough, bumpy road when the project was already paid for and the contract was already signed. And it is only because election is coming that they run and they hurry and they fix the road for the people coming down from Techime. I want to say to the people of Millet, like we did to the road, coming from the top of Techime, we will continue, whether there's an election or not, we will continue to plan a sustainable path for the development of the infrastructure in your community. Representation in this constituency is so bad that the people of Bopo are now having to organize a coup de main, and they are doing it at the end of this month. I'm sure Gerard don't even know that. And they are doing it at the end of this month because the old infant school, a government institution, has been left there for years with no maintenance, and it is overgrown with bush. I am saying to you, my friends, that if you drive past the preschool now, you will never ever know that a building exists in that facility, because Wayne Gerard and the St. Lucia Labour Party, they continue to neglect the people of this constituency, and they have paid no time towards the development. The Anse la Raye waterfront project, we had this 90% completed. We looked at Anse la Raye and we saw that Anse la Raye is one of the most amazing bays in the entire Caribbean. It's one of the most beautiful places that one can visit. And we saw the potential for a yachting tourism village so that Anse la Raye can participate in the tourism sector, and so that people will not have to depend on only the STEP program, and people can go to work every day, and those who want to start businesses can start businesses. And so the United Workers' Party was helping with the infrastructure. We built a mini hotel. We built a restaurant that's been closed for 4 years. Only because the vendors of Anse la Raye went on Facebook and said that the cruise ship season is opening, that they went and opened up the fish fry facility. And they have left that tourism project to languish. They have left it in neglect. They have destroyed everything. They have kept back the promise of Anse la Raye. They have kept back people from working in Anse la Raye. They have kept back people from investing in Anse la Raye and making things run in Anse la Raye. They told us about 4 years ago that I didn't put a septic tank. How long does it take to build a septic tank? It's now 4.5 years that they have been in government, and they cannot build a septic tank and open the facility for the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. That is what I call a crime of the highest proportion. The Labour Party is a wicked government, a wicked organization, because they do not want the credit to go to you, the great people of the United Workers' Party that believe in a United Workers' Party government, that keeps electing a United Workers' Party government to bring transformation, to bring progress, to bring prosperity, to bring opportunity to the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. But I have something to tell them now, that no amount of last-minute projects will work this time. Our minds are made up. We have finished talking. We have finished marching. We are ready to vote. And when we go and vote, we are voting next to yellow, because yellow is the code. And whenever they have the balls to ring the bell, we will show them that victory belongs to the people of the United Workers' Party and the people of St. Lucia. We will do it. Now, I want to address an issue that have been raised by so many people in St. Lucia. I want to address the issue of housing. And I know that as I go around, many of you want to own your own home. Some of you are over 50 and you still don't own your own home. Banks are an encumbrance. The loans are sometimes too onerous for you. You can't afford it. Lands depends on who you know when the Labour Party is in government. Because you're voting for a different political party, or you're not seen as one of the Labour cronies, you're not considered on the short list for lands at Cronglands. I want to say to you tonight that the United Workers' Party has a solution to that problem. And we have been meeting, and we are very advanced to totally transform the housing market here in St. Lucia. And I want to say specifically to the people of Anse la Raye Canaries that what Wayne Girard has failed to do in 4 years, that we will get it done in 4 days. We will make sure that your housing needs are met, and we will make Cronglands more available to you despite your political persuasion. You can vote for who you want, but under the United Workers' Party, we will make sure that all of you that are members of this constituency will have a fair opportunity to own a piece of this country. We will give you the dignity that you deserve. We will make sure that you own a piece of this country. I want to thank you, my friends, for helping us bring the fire to the St. Lucia Labour Party. I want you to continue from place to place, attending these Flabo Lives, going out and bringing the fire to the Labour Party, because the Labour Party has robbed us 4.5 years of our lives, and we cannot take it anymore. It is time for us to make them pay in the ballot box. I see you all on election day. I see you all in the campaign. Yo Prini Akwa, Yo Prini Mredu, Bal Prini, Labour Prini.
Yeah, all the way. Back in 2016, they try and bring victory. But now in 2021, they say Girard winning. But let me tell you who that's the right man for Canaries. And the whole of Anse la Raye, F.E.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dominic Fedee, our deputy political leader and next parliamentary representative for Anse la Raye Canaries. Ebe bal fini pour vous, Dominic a parlé créole. Bon, sav, à commencement, avant Dominic do wen kakoui, il do wen koudi, but hat pate go point. Ça veut dire, wen kakoui tout dit. So, à présent, La wè se le ba kakade am se yo fou ek yo tudi ek yo kakoui. Yo koudi. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you before I call our final speaker that tomorrow, Monday, you can join me on Like It Is on Hot FM for another interesting episode. I will have as my guest a gentleman from the South, Mr. Wayne Harrow, who will be telling us what's happening in the South. I will also invite you Tuesday to tune in to Press Briefing, our weekly press briefing of the United Workers' Party. On Thursday, you will have Meet the Opposition on Rev Up St. Lucia from 9 a.m. in the morning. And come next Sunday, we'll have our next Sunday Live. Stay tuned, you will find out where exactly it is. So ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this to you. For years and years and years, the St. Lucia Labour Party have been focused on one gentleman, trying to ensure that they prevent him from being in the Parliament of St. Lucia. They concocted story after story, lie after lie, and in 2021, some of our people drank the Kool-Aid. However, even the St. Lucia Labour Party supporters realized that they were duped, because they are asking the St. Lucia Labour Party right now, in fact, the Prime Minister, you said the guy was corrupt, you said the guy was stealing, you gave Lindquist $30,000 US a month to investigate him, you hired a special prosecutor for the last how many years getting a salary, and up to now, you all cannot touch him. So, we know what you now know, that it was all a concoction, all a lie. So, they will not give up. The Labour Party realized that trick will not work again in the upcoming general election, so they come with something new. They want to accuse Guy of harassing a 12-year-old. Now, what I want to say to the St. Lucia Labour Party, if what you have been saying has been exposed as a lie, what you are saying will be exposed as the lie that it is. But my advice for you, I notice you all are trying hard, so I'll offer some advice to the St. Lucia Labour Party. If you're really serious about trying to identify sex crimes, do not make up stories, because you have real stories in your ranks. It was Dr. Kenny Anthony who said that there were serial rapists among them. I want to remind you, St. Lucia Labour Party, if you want to talk about sexual assault and sex crimes, talk to the guy you just appointed as the Commissioner of Police here in St. Lucia. If you want to talk about sex crimes, St. Lucia Labour Party, speak to the Speaker of the House. So, stop making up stories, deal with real stories. Ladies and gentlemen, the untouchable guy, the right guy, the real guy, our guy, ladies and gentlemen, in the constituency of Canaries Southeast, the main guy who will be the next parliamentary representative of Canaries Southeast. Ladies and gentlemen, our other deputy political leader and next parliamentary representative for Canaries Southeast, the man, Guy Joseph, the real guy.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you said. Tears apart.
Lucia, good night. Good night, Anse la Raye Canaries. Good night, Jacmel. You know, when I was invited to Sunday Live, I thought I was coming to a Sunday Live as usual. I realized Dominic all by himself planned a rally without informing the rest of us that it was a rally we were having in Jacmel. Because lemwe ve boshime, moi tellement moun la, lemwe gada yad la, moi otan moun la, ek moi vina didan isi alan pli moun la. So obviously, Sunday Live is getting too small. So we need to start taking the platform to deal with the issues. Now, I bring you special greetings from Canaries Southeast. And I bring you greetings and I send special greetings to all our listeners and followers in the diaspora and also those who are following us on Facebook, on television, and listening to us on YouTube or watching. Because the United Workers' Party train is on the road to victory. And Labour knows that. So Dominic, I came here tonight thinking that you needed support. But I see Anse la Raye Canaries has it locked down for the United Workers' Party. Girard is history. Yes. And I will tell you, Guamundia Baikadu, Balfini, Vieloasak. The party is over for the St. Lucia Labour Party. You know, Dominic, as a colleague and a deputy leader of this United Workers' Party, I am proud of your achievements and your accomplishments as a parliamentary representative, as a former minister of government. And Labour Party should try to take a page from Mr. Dominic Fedee and the United Workers' Party. Ou sav Labour pa jamais bay a MP from Anse la Raye Canaries job as a minister? Labour Party has never given any of the elected MPs from Anse la Raye Canaries a ministry. You remember? What's his name? No. Lansiko. Lansiko. Yome Lansiko aba step. Alama building na a colleagues judge ki paran pièce election ta the go air condition office la upstairs. Now that's not a story. I went to see Lansiko, and you know that when they make the step, there's a little cubicle they build under the step. That is where they put the elected rep for Anse la Raye Canaries under the SLP government. Then they all voted for Pep. Yo pa bay Pep anye. Yo me a stool bali boshes la ek yo me deputy speaker because later si za souches la piye pat ka touchate. Yet still, they want to talk about small and tall and short and tall. Labour Party c'est un parti qui sans honte. Now you elect Girard when they top ho. He's too lean and tall. So they gave him no ministry, but they made him a minister in a ministry. It is only the United Workers' Party who change dernière élection nous bay hot 12 balles la ten de minister Anse la Raye. Only the United Workers' Party respect the constituents of Anse la Raye Canaries, and every time you elect a UWP, he has a full-fledged ministry as a minister. You must tell the Labour Party, stop disrespecting the people of Anse la Raye Canaries. Now, so you elected Girard, you di Girard pa no masse pour une ministry pa koy. So you may have a ministry. E gaki moun yo may in charge of li Pierre. Abou ki pa sa pale ni anglais ni patois. Li ki in charge Girard. E I kavin Anse la Raye fe eskiz by Girard. Girard c'est pas foreign minister who can fait tellement temps l'Angleterre can negotiate. All negotiations is a couple of hours. Anytime you go, World Bank, IMF, CDB, you go there for a day or two. 4 l'années au pas Girard and Slurry Canaries. Et quand il se negotiate, il can negotiate. Ça il can negotiate là. Ou quoi passer l'argent c'est moun c'est pensionnaires la l'Angleterre yo te ka question ni about I passe c'est by simplicity ka negotiate because qui ça y amène Anse la Raye Canaries nothing. You see, it appears to some of us that prosperity died with Sir John in St. Lucia. But I have news for you tonight. St. Lucia made considerable progress under the leadership of the United Workers' Party and the leadership of Sir John. Since Sir John died, we've had 15 years of Kenny Anthony, and now 5 years of Philip J. Pierre, and all we see is misery and hardship and hard life in this country. All of us can see that the 5 years of Alan Chasney with COVID and the financial challenges we inherited from a St. Lucia Labour Party, when Kenny Anthony said something happened that had never happened before. St. Lucia could not raise no money. Alan Chasney, in less than 3 years, was able to fix the economy and put St. Lucia back on a path to growth and development. So I have news for St. Lucia tonight. Prosperity has not died with Sir John. Prosperity have a new birth under this present team of the United Workers' Party, led by the Honorable Alan Michael Chasney. St. Lucia is poorer today than it was under the days of Green Gold. And as you heard from Bradley tonight, we, the United Workers' Party, will reward the farmers of this country. We will reward you for the days of Green Gold when you work hard on the banana farms to build this country. The road network, the schools, and everything that we have in this country was the hard work of the farmers of this country. Now I need to put my heart on a side this evening. Because nous ne pouvons pas parler qui sérieux. Et Labour Party connaît ces farmers. Yo dit ces femmes, ce John vle voler l'argent zot. But mi se voler, c'est un gouvernement le bas, c'est voler yé à présent. L'argent nous te ka fait à support la kasui, il volait. L'argent CIP, il disparaît. Qui moun qui se volé à présent? But you see, a caring, a compassionate, and a loving team of United Workers' Party candidates. We sat at a policy meeting. But nous pas just venir ici et parler ou ça. We have taken time. We have sat down. We have analyzed the economy of St. Lucia. And we know a United Workers' Party can pay a pension to the farmers who built this country. So même si vous partez payer NIC, gouvernement flambeau qui baille NIC l'argent pour ça payer ces farmers qui bâtissent cette lycée. And let me tell you, we have a champion in Dennery North, in Bradley, who is championing the cause for the farmers of this country. This is a young man who came to the United Workers' Party with a mission. He knows the farmers of his country. Banousa, Lanatan, Olio take a control whole lower Jeremy Street. Lewe vandwe dite point. Ek famate I draw l'argent cesse. Ek l'argent figure. Olio, you remember that section lower down the old fire station. Those of us who are old enough to remember, toutes ces FAR vehicles là, yo te line up là. Et tout van te ka mouto Olio. Bien Lord. We are going to bring back the good days for the farmers of this country. And you have a young man to champion the cause for the farmers. Chante di se jeune homme là, si ta gouvernement même de ka moute body le, ek ay collect yo, ek ay lad yo. Comment non mi Haiti e body le? Leite la ou te ka kwe? C'est lui qui était Minister of Agriculture, because it can parle about agriculture. Please passe Moussa. Depuis un toi gouvernement, Sean Moumou. Imumu. But we have a real man coming to represent Dennery North and to make it right for the farmers of St. Lucia. So yes, the days of green gold must be rewarded, and the farmers of this country will be taken care of by a United Workers' Party government. Alan Chasney is the leader who will bring back prosperity to St. Lucia. Banousa, c'est ça Labour Party paie ou ça. C'est pas cool les Chasney au paie. C'est pas hot Chasney au paie. C'est pas gosse Chasney au paie. Ou savent ça au paie? Vision. The prosperity that Alan Chasney will bring to the people of this country. That's why they were scared of Sir John. Let me tell you something. I have sat at the policy meetings, and I am so impressed with the team of men and women that the United Workers' Party have assembled. It's a dream team of men and women who is well placed and equipped to achieve the full potential of this country. Now let me pause a moment. Pour dire, outan yo du moun ka kite flambeau, ek yo kay join Labour. Pa kite sa, toi ka se leader. Ou est-ce ça ka kite ya? A team is usually 11 players. And you have reserves on the team. Usually when you had to pick a team of 15 or 17, only 11 makes the final team. Imagine, we have a team of 17 and none of them could make the selection for the first 17. Utan sama dia. When they were in contention to be selected, Alan Chasney was the best leader. But when they realized they didn't qualify, moi presque pas qualify pour faire team là tout ça. L'ani nom ek femme qui sérieux en team ça. So some of them didn't make the team. So you can try jouer Bofman à Breza. Ou ça al go zing yon kin Bofman. In a real team don't have Bofman. So Flabos, do not be distracted. If they had made the first 17, they would be shouting the praises of UWP today. But it's not my fault. Let me tell you, when Brian Lara was the leading run scorer in Shell and Benson and Hedges cricket, he stayed a whole year before he could make the West Indies team, you know. The best players sometimes in a regional tournament does not make the final 11. Bon, si nous ten 11, ça yot kay fait. Nous 17, yo pas fait team like yo still fâché. So, do not be distracted. Yo te hakite avant nous aller Micoud. Ek yo we crowd la kite Micoud. Ek yo realize nobody missed them. So now they want to become relevant. A compagnie qui pas jamais parlé, là yo c'était candidate. All of a sudden yo sa parlé hodia. I want to put the Labour Party on notice. I want to pause for a moment to let the Labour Party know your dirty games and your dirty tricks will not work in this election. You should win election on performance, not on propaganda. Mwen vle nou kopan sa. Lewa gouvernement ou pasa di si mwen ten gouvernement ngay fe sa. You supposed to tell the people, vote for me because I did that. Ki sa jirad sa do I hafe Anse la Raye Canaries. So election is on performance and delivery, not on promises. You made the promise before the last election. You are supposed to deliver for the upcoming election. Too little, too late. So, ou sa achete assez flambeau. C'est ça qui bon marché, c'est ça ou sa achete. Some of us are too expensive. You cannot pay for us. You see, my wife always tells me something. Everybody have a price tag on their head. And I've always said to you, I don't trust anybody enough to make ball with anybody. I don't trust anyone enough to make a ball with them. That's why Labour can't find anything that I did. Because là pas fait bay, yo pas sa joindre ni. Now, at least you have to acknowledge and admit that there is better stock in the United Workers' Party than there is in the Labour Party. And if you doubt me, those who could not make the final 17 of UWP, Labour is removing from their 15 and replacing them with those who could not make the 17 of UWP. You heard what I said? Not 17, you know. Imagine 15 Labour. Exactly what ça fait 17 flambeaux qu'a fait 12 Labour Party. In fact, you can fait 11 now. Because you had to cut. They have replaced 4. And I tell them if they want to have a chance, they need to move another 8. Yon 8 pouti encore. So c'est 12 yon pouti. And gade ki les 12 yo kaitiye. Now ben for the den. Mwe sav. Tet yo show a den resolve. Because you can try economy ki ha fail. Labour Party knows that Prosper has failed. So, I can acknowledge that there is better value in the United Workers' Party. Can you imagine the Prime Minister rejoicing, celebrating that Esther is in a meeting of Labour? And Esther could not make the final 17 of UWP this time around. Now, Gadesa, go and find out what they said about Esther and what Esther said about them. Now, I know they want to come for me. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Les nom mal dépenser l'argent yo, et yo vle passer malte yo a sous l'autre moun. I am waiting. Because I've always told them, you cannot buy good people. Good people are not for sale. Did you hear me? You think they didn't want February? You think if Benson had gone to Labour, you could just stay Prosper, some peace process, and just make Benson la? You think they didn't want Tommy and Titus? But you know what? Good men are not for sale. Good men commit and women commit themselves to the service of the country. And these are not hungry people looking for a job. Now, the same people they told you that was bad. Let's look at the team of Labour today. Yo toujours ka do sa pa flambeau. Bon dis-moi c'est Labour. Stevenson King, Richard Frederick, Mondesi, Mary, Esther, Butch. That's Labour today. That is Labour today for us. So, the Labour, our cup is filled and running over. And because it is running over, it is helping Labour to fill in their cup. But potla lebania panifest. So ipa haple. Okay? You ever try to fill a cup with no bottom? Tout sa ou me ada kapase flow. So, there are many more I can talk about, but there are more important things. Big money is in play. Labour Party is buying candidates left, right, and center. They buying candidates and they buying support. You know why they have to buy candidates and support? Because they have not performed. They have not put you first and they have not delivered for you. Now I heard them trying to spin what we said about Sir Arthur. Let me remind them, the Victor Archer building where A-level college was housed, whole roof flat hakwazi. For years under a St. Lucia Labour Party, that building next to Sir Arthur Lewis' tomb was in disrepair and condemned and not being used. It was a United Workers' Party who came in and repaired 3 of the buildings, including the Victor Archer building at Sir Arthur Lewis. It was a United Workers' Party who stopped the tuition increase that Labour Party had proposed for Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. It was a United Workers' Party government that was working on the conversion during the time that Asen James was Minister of Education to convert Sir Arthur Lewis from a technical college, from a college to a full-fledged university. And it is a United Workers' Party that will deliver full university degrees at Sir Arthur Lewis to the young people of St. Lucia. And it is a United Workers' Party government that will make tertiary education free for the young people of this country. So Labour Party, y'all can spin and y'all can twist. But this is a policy of Alan Chasney and the United Workers' Party. You are rejoicing with some people. SLP, ask yourself, why former UWPs now dominate the landscape of the St. Lucia Labour Party? You know why? Because the best team is the team of the United Workers' Party. PJP, I have news for you. For the right price, we have a few more for you. And I know you are negotiating, and I know you're willing to pay. Buy those you can buy. But you see the 17 that UWP is presenting, that is signed, sealed, and delivered as United Workers' Party candidates. We are not for sale, and you cannot touch the 17 of the United Workers' Party. Every time they told you Flabo is not good, yet still they're rejoicing when a so-called Flambeau joins them. So tout le yo ka dou nou pa bon, se menti yo ka menti. Même Stevenson King yo dou sell site ni se above certificate. Comme certificate ni a présent. Mais il se senior minister. Senior minister fin. That is what he is. A lazy senior minister. He can deliver nothing ekot lasepi. You see, if any one of us join labor tomorrow, we become a saint. But I've told them, Guy Joseph is not for sale. Alan Chasney is not for sale. Herod Stanislas is not for sale. Dominic Fedee is not for sale. And let me tell you, I am just touching on those of us who are there. Bradley, they had try. You invité. You had the parfit la, vin la. Bradley is not for sale. You see, St. Lucia, we want you to understand some things. It is important to know that the love hang themselves, but politically they have hung themselves because the people of St. Lucia, when the election is called, will deal with them. St. Lucia, every time we told you that Flambeau is better, if you had doubt in your mind, you will agree today, Flambeau is the best thing for this country. And because we don't have a price tag, you see, you cannot buy integrity. And you cannot learn integrity in a classroom. Integrity is an inner trait of character that is developed by the value system that one is trained to uphold. And you get that from your parents. You get that from your training. You get that from your church. You get that from the value system that you subscribe to. Labour Party does not know anything about integrity. They condemn Sir Neville Snack for crossing the floor, but they rejoice when a so-called Flambeau crossed the floor to join them. Double standards of hypocrisy, no integrity. Some businessmen, they don't like Alan because they cannot buy Alan. Alan Chasney is not for sale. And he cannot be controlled. So a company dio, le yo bay Pierre ti l'argent pour run campaign, yo ka conduit Pierre accordé, say yo ki prime minister. In fact, a certain businessman said to me, Labour Party is the prime minister inside the government and he is the prime minister outside the government. They cannot say that. They could not say it about Sir John. They could have said it about Stevenson King, but they cannot say it about Alan Chasney because Alan Chasney is his own man and he's a man of great integrity. You see, before I came into the politics, as I get ready to round off, I purposed in my heart that the general concept of politicians is that all politicians are labeled as corrupt. Sir John, with all that he did for this country, was labeled as corrupt. The Labour Party took him to court for a drain for $30,000. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyers' fees to destroy a man who did so much for this country. And when Sir John died, he was still owing on his building in the boulevard. That's a man who put his country before himself. Today, Labour Party want to celebrate Sir John. When y'all sat, Calix George was the Minister of Transport. I sat on the transport board as the representative of the National Council on Public Transport. And I heard the board speak about if Sir John go and park his car on the boulevard, they are going to arrest him for a parking spot for a man who gave his life for this country. And today say, sans labor, you want to come and mention the name of Sir John? The only party who has the latitude to mention Sir John's name is the United Workers' Party. Not this wicked. Philip J. Pierre, y'all forget what y'all said about tunnel vision and dam the dam. Hot oublié ça hot fait. Y'all may have forgotten, but I have not forgotten. And the people of St. Lucia have not forgotten. And in the ballot box, we will speak louder than we have ever spoken. You know, I didn't make a contract with man. I made a contract with God. And I told God, Asu tout moun, si mwen te fan ba yi po te jwen ni. But I have news for you. You worked with me in CDP. The files that you have, give it to labor. Because you know what I know. I am a man of integrity. I am not for sale. And I will never steal from the people of this country, because God is going to punish me if I do such a thing. And God is my witness, not man. I'm not answerable to man. I am first answerable to God. Yes, there are temptations in government, but I kept my word to God and to my family. I have the most wonderful wife that a man can desire. And I will never embarrass her. I will never betray her trust. And I want the labor rights who want to take me on. Bring your wives or bring your women, and let's talk about integrity and let's talk about morality. I have told SLP, search. Now, I am requesting and I am telling the Labour Party, and in particular Lisa, you see these nasty politics you all want to play? You see these dirty lies you all want to spread? I am demanding that you all stop it immediately. You all delete the false messages that you all have posted, and you all begin to play clean campaigning. Now, when Joachim attacked me in the church, all of you said, we stand with you. Le hote ka fayay, kote hote pou stande pi. So y'all could stand with him in committing a crime in a church. But le hote ka fayay, hot pate sa stande pi. When I was attacked in the church, y'all have phone records? Go to my phone record. That Saturday morning, the first person I called was Alva. Alva is my friend. To tell him I saw a man that is demon-possessed enter the church. I didn't see a human being. I saw the face. And I'm a Christian person. I have dealt with people who are demon-possessed. So I know what a demon-possessed person looks like. And when I didn't get him, I called Sean. And I said, Sean, brother man, your man needs help. I don't come on political platforms and tell lies about nobody. I don't operate under no fake name. I have no fake accounts. I am the real guy. And everything I do, I stand by it. So all of you stood with him. Philip J. Pierre, within minutes of that happening, there were black and white pictures posted on social media. My rights had been violated. My wife was abused in the most derogatory way by another woman. She had just walked in, by Joachim's wife to be very precise. A woman that we had prayed for when she came to the church to request prayers. My wife was one of those who prayed for her. But God is not you and I, you know. God says, leave revenge to him. Sometimes we are tempted to take revenge. But the Bible says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. And when God repays, he repays better than any man can repay. I am still in politics today. Where is Joachim? You see, I want us to understand something. Because Labour Party is a devilish party. Philip J. Pierre came on Andre Paul's program, What Makes Me Mad? And he said to the whole nation that he has listened to the tape of the things that Guy Joseph said about Joachim and the passing of his son. And it is so bad, it is not fit for airplay. Philip J. Pierre, you are a world-class liar. You can never present a document or a tape with Guy Joseph's authentic voice as having said a word about Joachim and the passing of his son. A leader of the opposition, now Prime Minister, lying to an entire nation. But Philip J. Pierre, Léo sous pas de Guy pardon, ou ka le douet l'enfer. That's not my word. That's what the word of God says. Because the person, that's why I don't tell lies about people. Because there are consequences to telling lies about people. And you, Mr. Philip J. Pierre, you have not apologized to me. I heard you all coming to Odessa on the 21st. I'll be listening and I expect to hear an apology from you for the lies that you said about myself and my family on television and on radio. So, I never said a word about Joachim and his son. And as God is my witness, I will never come on a platform and lie about an opponent in politics. If I get wrong information and I use it and I know it is wrong, I will apologize for it. Today, UWP allow persons to resign. We only fired one person, and that is Richard Frederick, because he's nothing more than a scumbag. So all the others, can Labour Party say the same? Y'all kicked Virginia. Y'all kicked out Joachim. Y'all kicked out Prosper. And I don't know what y'all did to Kenny. It couldn't be a kick because he did not, it has to be worse than a kick because he did not allow one of y'all to come on his platform in Viewfort. He could not share a platform with y'all. I have been attacked from every angle by this Labour Party. They put nomination on a Saturday because they knew that that's the day I go to church. And all my colleagues who are here knows where I stand on this. I tell them, find somebody else to run the seat. If Guy Joseph have to go and get nominated on a Saturday, I am not running the seat. I'm not desperate to be in politics. And I made an agreement with God, and I will not turn my back on God to occupy a seat in politics. When my politics comes into conflict with following my God, I will choose my God before I choose politics. And so I know the Bible says, blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be glad, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. And I'm saying this not because I consider myself a prophet. I consider myself a child of God. And Labour Party, I know I make you all uncomfortable. It's not because I'm hard-hitting on the platform. It's because I'm a God-fearing person. And light and darkness does not mix. So I know when I'm around, your voodoo in Haiti does not work on Guy Joseph. Même se moun na ka fè tchèbwa bay hot la, yo vin approach mwen pou fè tchèbwa ba, ek mwen di yo non. The next time I come on the platform, if you see Labour does not address this, I will call names. I have no shares in anybody's business. You know why? Because I don't work on a Saturday. And I cannot go into business partnership with anybody whose business works on a Saturday. So when they see matek I nominate on Sunday, say business ngay fake fresh start late Sunday. When I had my minibus, it didn't run the route on a Saturday. It was parked at my home. There are some things I don't compromise on. I respect people's religion and their religious beliefs, and I expect the same. But the Labour Party has done everything to attack my family. I did not go to court with Joachim, and I got blows from my colleagues for that. But you know what? My church teaches that two persons from the same church don't go to court with each other. And as much as it would work in my favor to go to court, I would not compromise on it. I know St. Lucia sometimes don't care about people who stand for principle and integrity. But there are some things I will not compromise on. And so, I have to tell you today, it appears that trying to stand for what I believe is not right. But I know ultimately it is the right thing. Now, Labour Party wants to attack me on morality. And Lisa, I am putting you on notice tonight because I know you all are listening. The voice note that is circulating with the young man from MAC, I can hear, even if you try to disguise your voice, that it is your voice. I'm not going to do like Richard did to assume that it is Laura that called Newspin when it was not Laura. So I'm giving you a chance to correct that. And I want to say to my friend Alva, I am baffled that people like you would sit in an SLP and allow this devilish behavior to be taking place. I don't operate under false names. And I don't disguise my voice when I speak. But I'm putting the Labour Party on notice tonight. You want to talk about morality? You want to talk about sex? You want to talk about who's right? You see, Guy Joseph looks like somebody who is swift, as somebody say, who is hungry for women. You don't see this beautiful wife I have at home waiting for me? I want the people of St. Lucia to hear me tonight. You want to talk about rape? You want to talk about sexual assault? You want to talk about underage pregnancy? You want to talk about incest? You want to talk about women battering, verbal and emotional abuse of women? You want to talk about homosexuals and lesbians in sex orgies and rituals that are practiced by the Labour Party with virgin blood to win elections? You want to talk about politicians who make bombs? I'm putting the Labour Party on notice tonight. My hands are clean. Can you all say the same? Because I will come on the platform. I will read the affidavits written by women who have been violated by men of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And you, Miss Lisa, you cut in on both sides. Usakuto delam kogwamun kadi. You want to talk about sex life? I will talk about it. And I want to say to St. Lucia, that is one time Guy Joseph will take on the Labour Party by himself. I'm not asking any of my colleagues to get involved in this. You all want to play dirty politics? I don't play dirty politics. But I can come to the platform with the truth. You think people's daughters are in danger with me? I have been in politics for 20 years. Tell me one young woman who have been in danger of Guy Joseph being in politics. I want to tell St. Lucia, both your sons and your daughters are in danger because of some of the men and women in the St. Lucia Labour Party. I want to say tonight, as I close, the pastors and the priests, you all know what's going on. The bloodshed in this country is not just criminal activity, it's payment for the rituals of the St. Lucia Labour Party. It is voodoo practices, it is rituals, and blood must flow in this country. Evil is taking over this land. We are under a cloud of darkness. But we have the light. The homosexual orgies that are taking place in the St. Lucia Labour Party? And you all want to take on Guy Joseph, a man with a clean record when it comes to women? I don't have no children's numbers on my phone. But I want to say to St. Lucia, that is how low the Labour Party will go. That is how devilish these people are. But I want to say to you, as much as Sir John was a compassionate and loving man, the Labour Party called him Jabla. He was attacked in every vile way as the leaders of the United Workers' Party are attacked today. He was a compassionate man. He understood the plight of the barefooted workers, farm workers in this country. And it took Alan Chasney to assess the situation of the barefooted farmers now who are sitting at their homes, not being able to meet their bills, and to put a pension in place for them. SLP keep people in poverty. UWP lifts people out of poverty. You will agree with me that the time for change is now. The party for the future of St. Lucia is the United Workers' Party. And to right the wrong, we are asking Philip J. Pierre, ring the bell, call the election, and the United Workers' Party will right the wrong for the people of St. Lucia. I thank you, good night, and God bless you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's not much left to say. What can I say? I want to thank all of you who have turned out tonight for this Flabo Live. I want to thank you because of the numbers that you have, because you see, Dominic told me it was a Flabo Live, but I see it was a massive meeting that we have here in Roseau this evening. So please take care and go home. Please take your time and get home safely. Those of you who are seated on the chairs, could you please remove the covers and leave it?
Malwat! Why them Lucians so make them this? Suipui, some 2.5% HCSL thing is a tax vibe. So what that have to do with people getting meg? But just now, to me them people paying VAT already. Exactly. The tax is calculated on the cost of goods. So one time the price go increase, Uma. The Lucians end up paying more than 15%. Mama!